Welcome to Tick Ridge Outdoors. Today we will be going over scent control and how we address it. So when I was younger, I tried pretty much every type of scent control that they sell in the store. I used the shampoo, the body wash, I used the laundry detergent, I used all the sprays that you could get. And I would still get busted, and I'm talking, I was probably 14, 15 years old. I'd wash my clothes in the special detergent, take showers before each hunt, and I was still getting busted. So one day, my father goes, I wonder how the Indians did it. And it just sparked my interest, and so I started to Google, how did the Indians remain scentless while hunting, or how did they mitigate their scent? And so after doing a little research, found out that smoke kills scent. And so of course Indians, they used fire for everything, for cooking, for heat, and so they generally always smelled like smoke, and it killed their natural odor. And so my dad said, go start a fire and get all your hunting clothes on and stand in it. Stand in the smoke. And so I would go outside, I'd start a big fire each day before I would go hunting, and I would stand out in the smoke. And so just from trial and error, I have discovered that I can smoke my clothes. I do it probably 3 or 4 times a year. Now, if it comes in contact with something, if I'm coming home from work, and I've got cologne on or something like that, I might start a fire and stand in the smoke for a few minutes with my clothes on. But for the most part, I smoke my clothes, and then I put them either in, I have a camouflage duffel bag. I normally put them in there, zip it up. But whenever it's in the middle of a rut and I'm going every day, I take my hunting clothes and I put them in an area in my house, not in anything, and I leave them there around my dogs, around visitors. I don't continuously smoke them or use any store-bought odor control. I think the deer get used to the smell, and I think it's a natural smell to them. I like to use like dead leaves, dead foliage. It's got a very specific odor of smoke. There's a lot of different types of smoke. I mean, you could have plastic smoke, just wood smoke. Good hardwood smoke is the best, in my opinion. I like to use dried leaves because right now all the leaves are falling. It's got a very specific odor, and a lot of people are raking up their yards and burning it in the ditches or in big piles in their yard, around here anyhow. And so the deer are used to that smell. It's not something that's going to scare them. And really, I don't think that I have been busted one time in probably the last 5 years because of an odor issue. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be the end-all, be-all for scent control. You also have to hunt your winds, and that's a real thing. I'm not going to hunt a stand where my wind's pushing right where they're coming into. Why? We've got more options. We can hunt somewhere else for the night. But if there's a big buck and he's coming in there every night, I might chance it. I might try it. I might blow it. They might smell me, but then again, that's a risk I'm willing to take. These leaves are pretty green, and this is what I'm looking for. Just something that's smoldering. It doesn't need to be a huge fire. Normally what I would do is take a dolly, a moving dolly, and I would set it up right here, and I'd hang my jacket over it, put my backpack on it, set my boots down at the bottom, and my pants on it. I don't have that with me today. But I'm going to take my saddle, smoke my saddle, I mean, everyone knows just how bad you stink after you go to a campfire or whatever. You just have a fire on a Friday night. Sometimes a shower doesn't get rid of that smoke smell. And so that's what we're looking for. We're just looking to give everything a good coating. Just a good cover smell. Eliminate any odor that you have. And I really don't like my fire this big. I just want something to smolder. I really like getting a good fire, a good heavy hardwood fire going, and then kicking it all out. You're just left with your embers, and then throw a bunch of leaves on, and it really just kicks up a lot of smoke really quick. But I think that's the best. For me, that's what's worked best. And really, you can burn just about anything and get that smoke smell on it. I wouldn't go burning plastic, but this will work just fine. Already I smell smoke. It's gonna be pretty warm tomorrow, in the 70s, but in the evening, once the sun goes down like it is right now, it's about 6:30. Once that sun goes down, it really starts to drop off the temperature. Nick and I are going to try saddle hunting this year. Something neither one of us have done before, but we're going to give it a shot. We tried out a saddle, I don't know, it's been a little over a year ago. It was early hunting season last year. Trophyline had a kind of like an expo at it was Mike's Archery here in Ohio. So it's about 40 minutes away from us. So we watched some YouTube videos on it. Trophyline seemed like a pretty good brand, and so we decided to go to the expo, and we both fell in love with it. And so we decided to buy saddles this year. I will tell you this: saddle hunting is not cheap. There are cheaper ways to do it, which we've kind of done. We're not going with one brand and sticking with it. I have more than Nick has, but Nick got a Trophyline saddle, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I was with him when he bought it, brand new from a bow dealer, from a bow shop, and he tried it out one time, I should say. He's doing a one stick method. I'm not. I'm using climbing sticks, but he used it one time, and it really just didn't suit him well, and that's his story to tell. But the leg strap broke. Not the strap, but the buckle itself, the safety buckle. It broke after he was hanging in the tree for an hour, and so that was really concerning. Trophyline does have a great, I think it's lifetime guarantee, and so first thing they did was send him a free shipping label to have him ship the broken saddle back. He just got his new replacement saddle today, but I think he's going to go with a different brand, and I don't blame him. I bought mine midsummer, and I've been out in it practicing probably 25-30 times. I have no issues whatsoever, but I have no complaints, I'll say that. And normally what I would do is start a fire and put it in my fire pit. Start the fire in my fire pit, and then, like I said, put a dolly out and set everything up on it. I just don't have time to do that tonight. Life gets in the way, especially work. Had to work late tonight. So I'm sure some people will say Ozonics or something like that works better than this, and it very well might. I've never used an Ozonics machine, but the company I work for, we do use ozone machines, and I have ozoned my clothes in the past, and I don't know, I just really didn't care for it that much, and that might be a mistake on my end, but I just wasn't crazy about it. So tomorrow, if I do hunt, it'll probably be just right over the hill behind us. I poured 100 pounds of corn out there a couple days ago. It's either going to be there or way down in the bottom, and it just really depends on what time we get back from the pumpkin patch tomorrow. So more than likely, if I had to guess, I would be right here behind the house. It's a great stand. It's literally right down under this hill, but there's a big there's a big drainage right here, and there's a apartment complex just a little ways down the road, and they get all their runoff runs right down over here, and so the deer don't go down in there. They travel on the top of this bowl, and when traveling on top of this bowl, they have a pinch point there, a funnel, and so we take advantage of that and add a little corn in the mix. You get a lot of doe and a lot of bucks cruising through there during rut. And that's what happened last year. November 7th last year, I went hunting in the morning. It was about a week, well, it was about 3 days after I'd had my wisdom teeth removed. And my wife was like, hey, you're off work, you might as well go hunt. And I said, you know what, honey, I'm gonna go sit in your tree stand. And she said, good luck. And she walked out the door to go to work. And so I went and sat in her stand, and about an hour later, I called her and said, hey, I just dropped our target buck. And so she was excited for me, hated me a little bit, but I think she was more excited for me than anything. She actually drove home. She started a photography business, and so she drove home just to be able to take pictures of my deer for me. I like to smoke them enough that when you grab it and smell it, you can smell wood smoke. And for tomorrow, no more than, I'll be in the woods. I think this is enough. Only time will tell. If I get busted tomorrow, I'm gonna have to smoke these a little bit more. And I'm not doing my big hunting clothes, really thick clothes. I like to smoke for a couple hours if you can. I just wanted to do a demonstration today and get my stuff ready for tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on Tick Ridge Outdoors today. If you learned something new, please do me a favor, drop a comment, like, subscribe. Check out our other 2 videos we have. We're a new channel, just trying to get our feet in the door, see if we can teach some people some stuff and share our love for the outdoors. Thanks. Oh, P.S. I found some deer meat left from last year. So last night we were cleaning out our freezer, our deep freeze, in preparation for this year, and I found 1 bag left of meat, pre-cut, ready to make jerky. So I've got it marinating right now, and when I go in the house, I'm gonna go put it in the dehydrator. And so as soon as I shoot a deer, be it doe or buck, or my dad shoots a deer, because that's a possibility too. He has me turn his deer every year, almost the whole thing, into jerky. I have a really good jerky recipe. I'll go over that and how I season our meat and how long you leave it and how, do you have to weigh it and all that good stuff. So look forward to that video. So thanks. Bye.